Alright, hello. I got a new audio interface. I'm not entirely sure how it sounds on stream, so if you're watching, be sure to let me know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my other one kept having a panning problem where the audio would keep shifting to like the only the left ear. And eventually it got to the point where I literally couldn't shift it anymore. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I got my last mixer was from 2016, and this is a brand new one. Well, it's probably from like 2020, because that's when all the reviews for it were posted, so it's probably a few years. It's a Scarlett, or a Focusrite Scarlett 3rd Gen Solo, whatever it is. It's like one of those little red box things. Yeah, my last one was a Behringer Q502 USB. Exactly. Got the full aesthetic going on. I forgot what I was doing. Well, that's good to hear, that everything is a bit louder than it was before, because I know that the other one was quite low. Like, it was on max volume, and it's still, that was the highest it could go. The helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Oh yeah, I think I was going to go with the... look through all of, like, the clothes here. You see a Samaran vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I know it was quite quiet, my other setup. People would always complain that I'm too quiet all the time. Perception. Sight. The name's Ceiling. Yeah, the name Ceiling is embroidered over his breast pocket. I still need to wake up here. Get used to reading.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool? Leave.
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Really, you think I'm cool? I'm not cool. Whether I'm cool is unimportant. I have police questions for you. I'm not cool.
What? No, I can't believe you said that. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on. Volition. Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions. Where are you from, Ceiling? So, Ceiling, What's your stance on drugs? Rhetoric challenge 72%. Persuade him to give you some money. Well, let's see. Success. Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember? Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM. It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
5 real. 10 real. 1 million real.
Officer, do I look like a drug lord? I don't have that kind of money. Be reasonable here.
10 real, then.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
He takes a 10 note from his leather pouch.
Corruption.
The lieutenant nods calmly and says, Empathy. It's just like bus or seagull. A kid watching out a window, describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but do you do? But what do you do? Oh my god, I'm so tired. No, I can't read. Where are you from, Ceiling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revision.
Encyclopedia. This man's probably from Sige, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzantry, an archipelago in the Sumerian Isola. Oh, well, at least you got some sleep. Me? No. I'll get a bit tonight after this probably won't be a terribly long stream. Because I still have to do a couple more script read things tonight. So you're from the Apricot Suzantry, right? But you're not local, are you? Better not to mention. Sounds good. Let's go back to business then. Rhetoric. Apricot Suzantry. Calls to mind an era when the Sige archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from... Pronounce it very painstakingly. Sigui. Don't fret. Let him answer.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the apricot suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Right, but isn't it only a shithole because of Revachol? You're welcome. I do try to be supportive of other people and cultures. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's some kind of mind reaction. Point to your head.
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me.
What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs. I actually don't like drugs. Proceed. We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A drama. A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think. Reaction speed. Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
He spreads his arms. So you forgot to tell me. So you were embarrassed to tell me. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operations at the harbor? Ceiling. My sources tell me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
Rhetoric. No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. It wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now. You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Logic. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it. If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice. You have to give a reason to move on. Oh, it was. Oh, there you go. Congratulations. We're buddies, Ceiling. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Oh, is that the emote there? I see it now. Reaction speed. Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys? Who are these other drivers who talk? Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver. Dazed out. Strange. Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
Island Empire. It could be. She was strange. he's not ruling her out. Who are the other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
He points north.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I'll look around, thanks. There are clothes. Oh, it's a pile of clothes. There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Rhetoric. Save the economy. That sounds off. Save the economy? What are you talking about? Browse the box.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
This doesn't make any sense. What exactly does the economy need saving? Thanks for the advice. I'll try to be more economically conscious.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Browse through the box. You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments, made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving. You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
So depending on if you pass or fail all of these skill checks, you get different clothing options. So let's see. I want to see both of them. So I have to fail it first. 42%. Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags. Yeah, King Julian from Madagascar, yeah. He does sound like him a lot. Composure. Failed. No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around the thighs and too loose around the waist. Touch them. They itch like hell, like an itch pit in hell.
All natural materials, see? Real wool, 100% skin friendly, and they're yours for only 2 real.
I want to buy these itchy pants. Yeah, they give me +2 half-light, -1 composure, -1 savoir-faire. I'll buy.
Won't regret.
Oh.
Economical,
Oh.
but all.
I'm just gonna read them and then reload, because I don't actually want them. I just want to see what they say. +2 half-light, itch rage. -1 composure, bees in your pants. -1 savoir-faire, really uncomfortable. Itchy pants. These pants make you angry. Good lord, these pants are uncomfortable. Punch someone in the face. They are stripped and calf length. Too tight around the thighs, too loose around the waist. The worst case scenario. This.
You coming back. That's good
Let's
of
see.
it.
Give me the good pants.
You keep coming back. That's good.
You keep coming back. Yeah, I do.
You keep coming back.
This is all this game is, failing skill checks. Even when it's literally a coin flip. Oh my god.
You keep coming back.
Oh, there we go. It actually worked. I was about to reload again. Composure. Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport, all in different typefaces.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Let's see. I want to buy the windbreaker.
Gotta prepare for...
The dynamic windbreaker. Surf, +1 composure. Keep your cool. -1 shivers. Weatherproof. This nylon wind cheater is so dynamic, it wraps around you like a membrane. Equipped with a stowable hood, the back side of the garment is covered in sport and summer-related text. It swishes softly as you walk. It's got like the... looks like a 90s windbreaker. I know exactly what it means, the, like the swishing sound. Found sneakers on a pedestal of speakers. You see two lowly defeated speakers. Thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found durable wear sneakers, Ultra Series.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Yeah, so did I. I bought a tracksuit, like literally for that reason, because I liked the the sound it made constantly. Inspect the sneakers. Inspect the speakers. A pair of found Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple, a futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Rhetoric only. That's madness. Inspect the speakers. These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found Ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
But I already looked at the sneakers. Wait, is that? Oh, that's... I thought that was somebody moving something like outside of my window, but that's just really loud thunder. So if the stream just cuts out, my power probably went out. So so that'll be great. But I already looked at the sneakers. What about the speakers, though? Doesn't anyone want those speakers? Poor little speakers, pat them.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Encyclopedia. Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat. Can't I just buy the sad conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers. That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself. You're right. I don't have time for junk. I lead a luxury life. I'm lo-fi socialist junk.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
No, but you can pawn them. I know that. So you can get a bit of money out of them, if you keep pestering him about the speakers. You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. Pause. I want the speakers. Wait, what if I do deserve more than a lo-fi socialist system?
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
Uh-oh. My lights just flickered. That's not a good sign.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first. Yeah. Let's see, I need those found sneakers. I think you can get like half. These are like 50, but I think you can pawn the speakers for like half of it. So really they're only like 25. And they do give you some, but I stole a dead man's boots. So I'm gonna go ahead and not buy those. Box of sunglasses. There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Try the shades on. Rummage the box. Leave for now. Oh my, that's very loud. Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like those sunglasses. You're right. I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Rummage through the box. These are all boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Serra plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Oh, it's even picking up on the through the new thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting louder. So that means the storm is coming towards me. Great. Drama. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool.
Very
UV
cool.
resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
There. Challenge 28% formidable. Try again. Maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. Let's save scum and...
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime.
This might take quite a few tries. Considering the one that was like twice this.
The shine on these
Probability.
sunglasses lasts...
Took like 10 tries.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts...
There we go. Conceptualization. Ah, I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says, Sub-insulintic rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
Yeah, it's there is quite a lot. It's really storming out there. That's why I'm really hoping my power doesn't go out. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. Cool. That's great. You love to see it. Try them on. Conceptualization. This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Island Empire. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
The street vendor picks up his pace again as you observe the world through deep sea-tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Yeah, I guess all thunder is severe. Kim, what about these? Put them back. The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowing in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Let's see. Sunglasses sub-insulintic rendezvous. -1 perception, but +1 to Island Empire. Okay, well, I don't think I want any of those. Let's see. Wait, don't I get a hat here or something? I remember the frog hat, but I don't remember where I get it. Oh no, maybe I get it at the pawn shop. You get it from some vendor. Hot air rises from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Yo, I gotta look up where I get the frog hat. I want that. Oh, okay. It's one of those. Here, let me reload. Pretty much all of these, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Because I actually don't have a hat at all. That's
You like
this. Try
sunglasses,
the
officer?
rummage through the box.
These are all first-rate
There it is.
sunglasses. Premium
Failure. No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian. Apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Turn to the lieutenant. Kim. Our firefight's something we should be prepared for. Put the visor back.
I hope not.
Foreshadowing.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
I'll take that amphibian sportswear visor. +1 to perception.
40 and practical, officer. Good choice.
It's also the only hat I have. Is it? I do hate how the frog eyes don't actually show up on your character, but they show up on the hat in the description. But it's... Let's see, +1 to perception. Beady, suspicious eyes. The malformed green frog of the visor seems to keep an eye on its surroundings. A beady, suspicious eye. The lime-tinted cellophane appears to be poorly molded. The imprint says, "Made in Safri." Actually, I think I can get a different hat. A better one. For my current stats, anyway. It says, "The sewer grate, a gateway to the river of filth. Hot air rises from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting." Yeah, when I lived in the city, there was... And you'd walk by, and it was like in the winter and really cold, and you'd walk by one of those sewer steam things, you know what I'm talking about? And like, it was strangely comforting, even though it smelled like ass.
Hello again, sir.
What is this crime business? I think if I can convince her to go inside, I think she gives me a hat.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it. Crime, murder, get the people going. She doesn't know what to say. Is that bad? Points to your head.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you, as if to find something policeman-like. That was some thunder right on top of my head. It's shaking the building. Cool. Ah, well, that doesn't... Well, what does a cop look like then? Okay, then maybe I'm not a policeman. Or should stop being one.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then, I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like this guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work. Anyway, it's your point to your head. Wow, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. I actually had other questions.
Head, yes.
Drama. Not head child. Heads. Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there, and you have to get it into their heads. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the killer.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we used to have big trees in our backyard, and one time one of them got struck by lightning. It like split it in half. It was really cool. Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
I got a skill point. What should I throw it in? Composure, maybe? Or perception? Maybe perception. I pretty much just completely ignore the red tree, except for maybe pain threshold. That's a, oh my god, I have my pain threshold can actually go up to 6. It looks like. I'll just get a perception. Oh, do I have another point? No, that's it. Yeah.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Let's see, challenging. Oh, I think this is how I get to. Yeah, I think that's how I. Oh, something completed.
Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Col du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Okay, what is it? What does it give me? Bonus from the thought, +3 perception, -1 encyclopedia. Perception golden ear, -1 encyclopedia, no room for anything else. Okay, well, that's pretty good, I guess. I have a lot of... Actually... Oh, that makes me cap out on perception, doesn't it? Total 7, yeah. 5, actually, let me reload. I'll put my other point into composure, actually. Since I get that from...
Hello again, sir.
Crime.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman
Hello
or a private
there.
detective who's trying to
Hello
solve
there,
a crime and
Sammy.
catch the criminals.
How are you? How have you been? Good to see you again.
You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head? Isn't that very unlike you, sir? Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like...
Okay, now I get this.
Call the Mama Takwa.
Oh, I've been pretty good. It's storming really bad outside though, so if the stream just cuts out, it's my power probably went out. Also, I got a new audio interface today, so hopefully I sound a little better than usual. I upgraded from my old one from 2016.
Hello again, sir.
Okay, let's see. Composure check. Challenging. 42%. +1. Afraid of the curse. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. I failed.
Hello again, sir.
I'm trying to get a hat, but I have to pass this, well, let me see what this failure of a skill check does since I'm here anyway. Well, thank you very much. You fail to deduce anything substantial. She awaits intently. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are very small. Actually, I'm sorry, I can't deduce anything. You are small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction. Hello again, sir.
This game is just failing skill checks over and over again.
Hello again, sir.
Hello again, sir. Well, you're gonna say hello to me again.
Hello again, sir.
Oh my god. It's literally a coin flip. It's not working.
Hello again, sir. Hello again, sir.
No.
Hello again, sir.
Shut up.
Hello again, sir.
I'm trying to stream here, just work. There we go. Okay. Composure. The girl keeps her hands folded. Hidden. Why's that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks away. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. You can show them to me. Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. You don't need to be worried. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. It's okay. You heard me. Hands up. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yes. There were a few other hints. It's super simple for a detective such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. You think so? Fine. Do better. Deduce something about me. Deduce something about me. She snaps back quickly. The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He's intensely not flinching. It takes effort. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? Yeah, about that. Maybe you could point me towards some booze. And I'm having a grand time. I am also sad, and my head hurts.
Because you usually aren't.
Yeah, about that. Maybe you could point me towards some. Let's see. I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar somehow. There's something you're missing. Suggestion. What are you missing here? What does this feel familiar?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Suggestion. You have absolutely no idea. Familiar how? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books? Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
There we go. Suggestion. Because you know each other, she's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before. Hang on, so you know me. We've met before. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't remember. Maybe there's a reason I forgot.
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
She sways back and forth on her feet.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
I doubt that. What do you mean, better? I look like shit. Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Esprit de corps. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
Composure. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Electrochemistry. Fuck yeah. You should go get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on, boy. Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics? The girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this. Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing. So, why didn't you tell me you knew this to begin with? Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. Hello there, Forgotten. How have you been? Good to see you again.
I didn't know I had to do that.
Oh yeah, I like these reading style games. They give me something to do. That's yeah, good to see everybody. I don't really like this detective deduction game anymore. Conclude. Thanks. I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, see you around. Okay, now I think I go inside. And I have to convince the bookstore owner to let her kid inside.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
All the pressure has made Annette really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your own business. Clearly, you have no idea how hard it is to raise a girl in this economy.
Island Empire. This economy is a mysterious force, like cosmic weather, mysterious and harsh. I don't think she can do anything about it. Okay, forget it. None of your business.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe there's an exception for your daughter. Yeah, actually, it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. Volition. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy. Rhetoric. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Is this husband Annette's father? Is she an only child? She told me she doesn't go to school anymore. Alright, I had something else in mind.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that? And your husband's also involved with the bookstore.
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore.
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Rhetoric. Super silent, almost inaudibly so. She an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Why not? Of course, yes, this economy.
Exactly.
She told me she doesn't go to school.
She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Logic. And hell freezes over. Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. But I had something else in mind.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Empathy. You just can't win. Logic. Out of the rain and into the gutter. What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Wait, where'd you get it? It's a fedora. M'lady. A detective hat. Okay, I get it. I can look just like Dick Mullen, except I'm an actual police officer.
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. There. Dick Mullen's hat, +1 encyclopedia. Book smart. If anything, this wide-rimmed hat looks even better than the hat Dick Mullen wears. Dick Mullen is stupid, and not even real. You're real. Your brain is real. Your real brain is inside the hat. Okay, let's see. I have to... Let me think. I think I've talked to pretty much everybody. What's this? Authority. There. Working class drunk. You know what that means, right? Case solved. Discard that. Cracked it. All in a good day's work. Wait, what did I crack exactly? Open and shut. I don't even need to think about it anymore. Goodbye. What do you mean? What did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. It's her husband, the missing husband. It's the future leader of the proletarian uprising. It's, some third option. No, it's not. It's her husband. Yes, and you found him. Now go tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Logic. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing, though? Give me champagne. I'm going in. Okay, this doesn't add up. I'm not making a fool of myself. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman that you found what you found right now. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
But you said you didn't know where he was. Well, I found him. Nevertheless, I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
There, point to the working class drunk down near the sea. Right around the corner. He has pissed himself. Our hammer-toting comrade was at the bottom of those stairs.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
I found a working class drunk, and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Rhetoric. Remember about that what? Never ever say what. What? I'm not saying what. Something bad, I guess. I'm sorry. I say stupid things sometimes. I didn't mean to annoy. What?
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Reaction speed. Ha! Blam! Knew it. But you told me your husband's all right. So, is he missing as well?
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
This whole interaction doesn't make any sense. It hasn't from the beginning. Last time I was with her, I hugged her and said, "A hug a day keeps the bourgeois away." So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
Kim, is it just me or do we have a missing persons case here? Don't worry. I'm going to find him and bring him back home, promise. Well, if he's with his friends, then he must not be really missing. No need for the police to get involved. Don't take the case.
I wouldn't be so sure.
He replies before turning to face the working class woman.
Man, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
Not at all. The RCM is ready to chase down every goofball in town. We care about you. Honestly, I think missing persons cases are mysterious. You're right, unfortunately our forces are limited. I'm sure he'll return on his own. Don't take the case. She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief on her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does your husband look like? When did you last see him? Think I got it.
Honestly, not that different from you.
So let me guess. He's disco. Like a late-stage alcoholic, then. Right. We're dealing with a cop. What do you mean by that? Disco.
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Why did you say that your husband resembles me, then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
I see. What else?
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs. Her voice is slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Well, if that jacket really is that cool, then I can totally understand. He took it out of the bin. Wow, that's filthy.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
Yeah, I got I have the monocle for no reason. That doesn't actually do anything. It's that kind of detective. When did you last see him? Well, I guess, what's his name? Sherlock Holmes did do cocaine, so I guess Harry here has got that in common with him. When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover. I think I got it, thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
Yes, I'll bring him back home to you. Take the case. Sorry we got our hands full.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Volition. She tries to maintain a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
He gives her a slip of paper.
I will. Of course, officer.
Give her a hug
As I
again.
said, it's probably nothing.
Let me make a save in case the last one went well, but I don't know what's going to happen if I do it again. Give her a hug. You step in close, close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby. Keep hugging her. The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds have passed, and their passing seems to so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
Island Empire. Less talk, more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness. See what the feeling entails. Keep your eyes closed for a brief longer. I'm fighting for the working class. That's what I said last time. Hey, I hug whoever I please. I'm a hug monster. I'm a hug monster.
A hug monster? How do these two go hand in hand?
She hasn't let go of your embrace yet. They don't. I just forced them this way. That's why I am a monster. Well, you're not actually entitled to other person's bodies. Hugging can be considered a rather monstrous thing to do. That's why I'm a monster. She pats you on your back before gently letting go.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Let's see what the other one does. Another hug.
What is happening?
Keep hugging. Keep your eyes closed for a brief longer. The feeling continues, warm and comfy, on the cold shoreline. You hear a question rise to the surface, trying to break the sensation. Let it form. Silence your thoughts. I don't want to answer anything. So tell me, how does it feel to be close to someone, skin to skin? It all comes together now. It was built to be close with other beings. It's good, but I'd prefer a man. A solid muscularity would support me better. Intimacy, it's a catastrophe waiting in the wings. I want a man. I wonder how long it's been since you last hugged someone. Muscles. I said muscles. I want manly, manly muscles. Do I remember? No, please. I don't really want to remember. Muscles.
Officer, what are you doing?
I'm fighting for the word. I can only choose these two.
Fighting for it how?
Hug by hug. One hug at a time. A hug a day keeps the bourgeoisie away. Hug by hug.
Oh.
There's a strange sensation as the woman strengthens her grip. She's hugging you back.
I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade.
Then she breaks up the hug, her cheeks flushed.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all. Let's see. There's something down there. The musty smell of a potato cellar is... friend Spring emerges from the air vent. I ain't got shit. Okay. Here we go. Back inside here. I have to wait until 2100 hours before I can continue the main story. Let me see. Okay, that guy's not here yet. Let's see. What should I do? Oh, I can go to the pawn shop. I might as well do that. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Oh, I love garlic bread. I love it so much. I made, a couple weeks ago, I made garlic confit. It's like you take a bunch of, a bunch of cloves of garlic. I have this little mini crock pot thing. And I add a bunch of, extra virgin olive oil to it with some, thyme and bay leaves and what is it? Red pepper flakes, Roy's Pawn Shop, fast cash for faster times. And then you bake it in the oven for a couple of hours, low and slow, and it makes these super little, squishy garlic ball things, and you can spread them on toast and stuff, and they're really good. It does. I love a good garlic bread. Some spaghetti or something, or pasta. Fingerless gloves, +1 electrochemistry. Cigarette-stained fingertips. Gasoline-stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. They've been worn threadbare, but being made of wool still provides some warmth and comfort. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says day. In the dark, a film projector is whirling away. Mostly military wear, with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Rack of second-hand uniforms. Wow, A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out with the other garb. Oh yeah? Day. It's a reference to, well, not a reference, but in-game it's a bust of Dolores Day. We'll see a gigantic statue of her later. Rack of second-hand uniforms. Oh yeah, the print depicts a musical man striding towards you, a giant sword in each hand. Encircled by burning embers, behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hemdall burning. In the bookstore there was a bunch of books about Hemdall that I read about a couple of streams ago. Encyclopedia, the antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar. Sniff the shirt. What's the deal with the man on this t-shirt? How much are you selling this t-shirt for? Let go of the t-shirt. Sniff it. Smells like worn cotton. And a little old sweat there. Perception smell. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Island Empire. You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about? What's the deal with the man on this shirt?
It's the man from Hemdall.
Walking away from his burning village, yes.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this man from Hemdall is, but I lost my memory recently and need help remembering basic facts about reality. Remind me, who's the man from Hemdall again? Huh? I said I lost my memory recently, and I need help remembering basic facts about reality. Never mind, tell me more about this man from Hemdall.
Oh, I see. That's tough, man. I feel the same way sometimes. The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed, but they are wrong.
Hemdall isn't a real place.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
Neither is the man a real man, of course, but both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Rhetoric. Wow, what? What do you mean by man from Hemdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
The Northern Lights at this Aurora Borealis at this time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen. Conceptualization. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Island Empire. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say. localized entirely within this pawn shop. It kind of looks like it, actually, because of the broken projector. It's making the lights flash against the wall there. How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows. Couldn't you just give it to me for free? Cool. I'll think about it.
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name. I have $78. Perhaps I could repay you in some other way. I guess I can't really think of a good reason.
I deal in goods, not services.
Cost $2. Okay. I've thought it over, and want to buy the t-shirt, plus 1 physical instrument, plus 2 shivers, minus 2 authority. Nah, I'm good. Let's see. Don't have a level yet. What about these? Do we have anything else? Nope. Okay. Sawn-off streetlight. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. Let your gaze run over the streetlight. Is that a streetlight? Where did you get this? How much for the streetlight? There's nothing else you need to know about the streetlight. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. Conceptualization. This would make quite a statement in your living room. Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the prawn broker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep. 700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy sawing that off a street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
There's nothing else. Shelf of boomboxes. The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled, chipped, dented. They stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. Stand on the tips of your toes to see more. One especially catches your eye, deep gold and amber plastic, with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. Island Empire, This Is You, Golden Orange, a sunset suite. Interfacing. Just make sure it works before you buy it. Shopkeep. This Stereo 8 approved machine here. What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work? Are you sure if this is in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Shopkeep, this Stereo 8 approved machine
It's
here.
a Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
What I really want to know is, could this device help in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
That's all for now. I'll get that later. I need to save my money for now. Because, if you don't have enough money for a room, you lose the game. Knick-knack stand. You see a row of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Island Empire. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Win her back? Inspect the knights on horseback, inspect the blue uniforms, inspect the figures in rags. Interfacing. Dig up a truly cool figure in the box under the table. Her? Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. Volition. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy. Inspect the knights on horseback. Big men on big horses, clad in lamelier armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Point at the knight on horseback. Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Esprit de corps. A long, long time ago. Inspect the blue uniforms. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and capes, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets. Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing... how did they say that? Potonk. I think that's how they said it. Are these royalist soldiers?
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalists?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Inspect the figures in rags. The set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. The contrast is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be. It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Gart. Whose bitch it made me. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment.
Maybe.
Dig up a truly cool figurine. Success. Why, what's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say Fawn. What's this? Show it to the shopkeep.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
Who? Of course, nod knowingly.
The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points to the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Logic. He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head. 50 cents. Purchase the headless fallen rider and his cap. Step away.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
No, they're not. It's just a bunch of shitty knives and like probably stolen jewelry. That's an electronic junk. Empathy. His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. Shake your head. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble?
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Not quite the collection indeed. Look around. Typical vacuous consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press your finger to your lips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize. Quite the collection.
It keeps me entertained.
There's something I'd like to sell. Electrochemistry, 83% +2. Roy's prices are strange, +2 odd brain activity. Is Roy high? And if yes, what is he on? There's something I'd like to... I'll do that in a bit. You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
No. No, not the nuts. He doesn't know anything. Actually, that's all I've got. By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
-1 morale. Logic. This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh god. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to the other. Alert. Wait, I sold you my gun? Was the buyer a policeman too? At least, now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
You,
Volition. With Kim here too, that's just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I sold my gun.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer? Have people from Everett Clare's Union come here to track this gun? At least now I know.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Logic. A needle in a haystack. There's nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Drama. People as oliganious as Everett seem like they are lying even when they're really being truthful.
Of course.
I wanted to ask about my, okay, I don't need to do that. Do you have any recordings of the Col de Mamadaqua?
The Col de Mamadaqua? Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I've been thinking of quitting the RCM and becoming a cryptozoologist. I have hobbies, just like all normal people, because I'm a normal person. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that you know what the Col de Mamadaqua is.
That's fair. It's been a long time since my Col de Mamadaqua hunting days. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead.
That sounds so cool. I got the point. Do you have any recordings now?
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col de Mamadaqua. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col di Mamadacqua.
That's not very scientific. Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter.
Do we really have time for this?
The lieutenant's whispering to you. Spin that bird song. Yes, it's absolutely necessary for my research. Nah, that's okay. It's just that I heard the Col de Mamadacqua outside the whirling, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one. Let's talk about something else now. Spin that bird.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum. As the hum grows louder, modulating, but always unnaturally, uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Damage my health. Half-light. Failure. Not good. Not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. Island Empire. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds, most likely. Gulls and such. Seagulls.
And skewers, but shh.
Let's see. He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head toward the speakers, a new high-pitched shivering sound. Perception hearing. That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. The low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Col de Mamadacqua. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds. Hello again. How can I help you?
Is Roy high? If yes, then what's he on? Success. Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Priholdion. It's tough to come by on the street. Priholidon. Priholidon? I don't know how you say it. What is that? A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow. Is it just me, or is it really warm in here? Look around. Step closer. Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I need to check your eyes. Get straight to the point. So, where does a man get Freiholdian these days?
How would I know?
He takes a step back, studying you. Esprit de corps. Those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket. Point at his clothes. Say, what's with the triangles on your vest? It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Freiholden before I lost my memory. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants to know what you're having.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
He coughs as if to mark his words.
Had to take Perolidon for radiation sickness.
Perolidon.
That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
Pain threshold. He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days. The People's Pile. What's that? Tell me more about this Emergency Relief Brigade. You were part of it. It must have been tough. Radioactive cleanup. How did you end up, running a pawn shop?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Encyclopedia. The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance. What is a particle decay generator? Why is it called the People's Pile? Why did it fail? A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile. Why is it called the People's Pile? Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out. Why did it fail? An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe. Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Perception sight. On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault is it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head. Empathy. So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Thanks for telling
I like
me.
the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Electrochemistry. Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, man. Care to share your proholodon with me? There's something I'd like to sell.
Have you tried it before?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Esprit de corps. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care. Rhetoric. He won't be your narc, but he won't be thrilled about this either. I think I've tried it once before, and liked it. I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it. I ride the pyro every day.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand. Very odd-looking. Volition. Not so sure about this. Wait, why wouldn't I be sure? Thanks, man. Take the... Pyridon. I'm never gonna pronounce that right. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't need any... Pyholodon. Wait, why? Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger. Thanks, man. Take it. Oh yeah,
Let me have a look.
I can sell. I'd like to sell my clothes. I have some armor. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. Show him the photo. I'll check my pockets. Access your pawn menu. I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time,
I'll keep it for
perhaps.
now. Leave. Okay, I didn't get any points. Okay. Here's the Priholodon, +1 Psyche, -1 health. 3 uses left. Oh, I'm missing a health. But I'll probably be fine. I don't think I will take damage from anything that I remember. If not, I'll just reload and use a healing thing. Waterlock control. A couple of indicator lights are missing from the control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. Visual calculus. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed submarine butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. Pull the lever. You pull the lever all the way until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk and then... nothing. Push it harder. Release the lever. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. The lieutenant hums to himself while staring at your activities. Release the lever. New task. Close the waterlock on Wednesday. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal some other way. Perception sight. Wasn't there a sign over there saying, functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning? That's tomorrow. Let's see. I still need to wait until 2100 hours before I can talk to the smoker on the balcony. Let's see. I need to waste time, I guess. Here.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
I think that's this one. Oh, that's not it. This one? There we go. Oh, yes. From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. Flip through the pages. What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper? Turns out that there are many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems. What about this guide?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Interfacing. Steal the guide to cockatoos. Let's Success. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking at you, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually the guide to cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort. A book about different cockatoo species and their behavioral problems. Perhaps it could also offer some insight into your own problematic actions. The spectacular, major, majestic cockatoo eyes. You from the cover. A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminoles Islands and in southern Face Allah Mirror, known for their intelligence and general precociousness. Cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. Okay, what more? This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the more popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang-bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated. Alright, what problems do these birds have? Read about the funeral cockatoo. Major, the... Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for is their needy natures. requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk, and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up. I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely. Who would ever want a chatty companion? I want someone who knows how to listen. Let's see. Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as reoccurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive. Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else? It's not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own. Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well. You're right, cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Perception hearing. Ouch, that must hurt. Logic, not great for the neighbors. Drama. Performing? Yes, birdie. Read about the funeral cockatoo. This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name is Pustidicus funaris. Relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if it dressed for a funeral 24/7. There's something indisputably ominous about it. Island Empire. Cool. The Major Majestic. Perhaps the most impressive of all the species. The endangered Major Majestic cockatoo is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fontenelle, however, few birds are more enliven and momentous hues of verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. Perception, sight. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white. Read about the most common Bang Bang cockatoo. Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Siamese forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Siamese name Bang Bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins. Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me. Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? The gray and common Bang Bang. That's me. Only the funeral cockatoo, in its darkness, can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul. Is that obvious, Major Majestic? Here I come. But what if I'm just a fuck-up-a-two? A fuck-up and a cockatoo? I have to take some time to think about it. I'm a fuck-up-a-two. You're right. You're a fuck-up-a-two embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams. So am I. Put the book away. Oh wait, I thought it was a thought. Wait, is it? Okay. Patriot. Oh, okay, that's it. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay, I thought I got something else there, but I guess not. I'm a fuck up a two. Okay, well, I still have 1.5. Oh no, 1.5 hours of in-game time to kill. But I'll just have to read a book again tomorrow and then go to the actual meeting. Alright, but I'm gonna have to call it there because my voice is getting tired at the moment. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.